I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. JPEG, JPEG, hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. JPEG, JPEG, hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. JPEG, JPEG. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? What a JPEG is? What a JPEG is? Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. JPEG. JPEG, JPEG. Hot dog. Hot dog. JPEG. Hot dog. JPEG. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Hot dog. JPEG, JPEG, hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. JPEG, JPEG. I just want a picture of a. I just want a picture of a. I just want a picture of a. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot. I just want a picture of a god. I just want a picture of a god. I just want a picture of a god. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. A picture. A picture. A picture from a goddamn hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog.
Hello? Oh, geez. There's all. Oh, thank you. There is this pack. Well, hello, everyone. Wow. Wow, what a great audience. Wow. 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 What a great audience. Okay. Let me just get some of the linky links here. There we go. That audio is crisp. Oh, well, that's good. All right. Nah, Zebby, I don't hate that. Sawyer. Klein states the top was left down during rainstorm. Now vehicle will not start and top will not go. Can hear you 5 by 5. All right, cool. All right. Good morning, everybody. It ain't the morning. How did the sanding go today? It went. Yeah. It went. Let me turn the camera up so I can lean back. EJ's Garage Talk. Yeah. Dudes, I did a lot of work in there today. I sanded all of it. There's only 3 walls framed, fellas, because so the new stuff that we did kind of looks like this, right? Or more like that. It's an L7 weenie. It looks like this. I got all 3 walls done. They're 3 12-foot walls, and then the fourth wall is the back of the original garage, so that's already insulated, so I don't need to touch that. Yeah, I know, right? Trying to not have that. I forgot to put socks on.
Discovery.
You know what's really cool? Having your own washing machine. On today's lesson for EJ, before we start Space News, for EJ's cool things about adulting series. Yeah, it's really nice having your own damn washer and dryer. Never had that before. I'm super busy today, but just wanted to say hi in those SLS pictures. Yep. 12 days till SLS. That's right. Hey, Bear. What's going on? Wow, what a year. Congrats on the new house. Thank you. So, yeah, I got 3 walls sanded down. I sanded them with 120, and then I patched them. There were still some seams here and there. So I hit them with 120 grit. Got most of the seams out. Patched most of it. I still have drywall in my nose. I didn't seal everything today. There was some other stuff I needed to do. I got the second coat of joint compound. I got the second coat of joint compound down, but I got 2/3 of the way through, and then I had to do something else. So.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Yeah, I know, Grab Shark. It's pretty amazing. Short follow grabs us sent out to recover the next Starlink booster instead of just read the instructions.
Discovery,
Do the latter be in the middle of some upgrades. Black box on the dock will make it look a bit sleeker. Oh yeah, I saw a picture of that coming into the Cape a little while ago. Cool. Omni, 89-month resub. Nice couch, thank you. Zero, 28-month resub. Streaming from the lap of luxury. You'd love to see it. So, I'm going to do more sanding tomorrow. And then, once I do more sanding, I'm going to hit the whole thing. I have to do the last wall. I got 2 out of the 3 walls with the sealer today. Yeah. You have the same shelves in your garage? Nice. You paint the walls whatever you want. I could punch a hole through the wall. It doesn't really matter. Oh, these. Yeah, everyone has those. I got my hats and stuff on there. Hey, Couchman. What's up? Cherokee. Good to see you again. Congrats on the move. Thanks, man. Hey, Cherokee, look at this. Here. I am in my garage, and I'm sitting next to my truck, which... love to see it. S0Sen. EJ-san, 調子は? お元気ですか? Alokadu-sama. Yeah, you weren't expecting that, were you? No pants. Yep, I'm just sitting here. No pants in my garage. I got gym shorts on. I got the weird gym shorts on. Box fan plus air filter. Well, Wefro, I have a dryer vent in the back of the garage, like in the back of my office, and I had the shop vac going. And I just put the hose in the dryer vent and turned the shop vac on out the blow side. So, and then I put a filter in the shop vac, and it just sucked up all the dust. Hey, Vasi, what's up? Has the ATF puddle gotten larger? Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. You don't want to know what's going on below your field of vision. I mean, dude, it's just so people don't see my damn feet. You don't need to see my feet. Automatic transmission fluid, Orion. Freaking weirdos. Your eyes! Yeah, you love my pants, I know. Thinking you might put down an epoxy floor, make it SpaceX cleanroom style. I mean, Chris, it's coated. It's coated concrete. Yeah. It's coated. Either that or they just painted it. I'm not sure. Maybe coat it. That'd be kind of nice. Yeah. How did construction go today? I have to fill walls tomorrow, or I might do it after Space News. It's a nice shirt. Thank you. Yeah. You can make one of those river tables for your floor. Sawbell driving with spall concrete. Good that it's coated. Yeah. You wish Twitch worked both ways, didn't you? Chief, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, man. Are you on drugs? Yeah, so I got to seal the last wall up. I sanded the whole thing, and I only got halfway through sealing it. Turns out that I'm not very good at that. It is like Bondo. Putting the joint compound on there, it's like doing Bondo on the truck or a car. It takes time. It just takes time and it takes patience. And I did it for like 4 or 5 hours straight. Sanding didn't take very long. So, you know what's good for getting rid of ATF? Get a manual transmission. I'll have to go looking around the junkyards or something, Tessa. See what we can find. If I could get like a T5 or T56 would be cool, but we even talked about, you know, getting a 4-wheel drive transmission for Tough Enough, and Tough Enough and the 59. Tough Enough and Freb have the same type of engine in it. They're both Windsor engines. So theoretically, I could put that ZF5 in the 59 if I really wanted to, but that's a 3/4 ton transmission in a half-ton truck, which is... that's like putting from the rough, man. It's just weird. But yeah, I also got the door back on its hinges. I took the hinges on the door and flipped them, and took the handle and flipped the handle. So now the door opens, but it opens into the garage instead of into the office. So that actually works. Grub could do wheelies. Nah, not with that transmission. Not with that transmission. That's a heavy duty. It's a ZF, Tessa. It's a big, big, heavy transmission. Thing is like this big, dude. It's like as big as a mini engine, that thing. I'll show it to you sometime when I have the truck in here. So, yeah, I got the door shimmed, and I just need to seal one more wall, and then sand it, and then, yeah, I mean, it should be done. All the drywall work should be done by tomorrow. Yeah, should be done. Does the garage have its own HVAC? No. Randy, as well as insulated as this is, it does not. I have a dryer vent that I drilled with a huge hole saw out the back. And I installed the dryer vent, and, you know, it's insulated around it, and it's sealed up nice. And I have a 10,000 BTU air conditioner that Brimo's parents gave to me. It's a gigantic air conditioner. It's as big as a mini motor. It's like a floor standing AC with a duct vent, and I put the vent into the dryer vent, and it cools off. Yeah, it cools off real good. Office cables are ready. Yeah, I have the cables. They're there, Chief, but they're not hooked up. All the electrical. I'm not touching electrical. No, you leave that to an electrician. My electrician's coming on the weekend. So that's the solution that I have right now, Bro Handy. So what I'm going to do in the winter is either just keep the AC running, because I'm telling you, dude, I shut the air conditioners off last night. Like, after I shut the SLS rollout stream off, which was sweet. That was an awesome stream. And man, I have like 1,000 things running through my mind because I have to finish that damn room. So I lost my train of thought. I've been doing that lately. It's probably just the sensory overload of this place. I still can't believe this is happening. Like, it's just okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't screw with electrical. So the electrician's coming on the weekend because it's a side project, and then. So once the electrical is all hooked up, and the drywall is done, then we paint, then we baseboard, then I'll put the carpet down first, then the baseboard, and yeah. And then we put the drop ceiling in, lower the lights, put the drop ceiling in. It should be done by next week. Oh yeah, Tessa, thank you. I shut the AC off in that room last night. And then I came back this morning. It was still cold in there. We made a damn fridge. That thing does not, dude. That place does not let heat in. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It doesn't let heat in. No way. How'd the whole FiOS thing go with Verizon? Grab Shark. All right, dude. I want you. I have nasty hat hair, but. It's really hot in here, but it's okay. Whatever. So, Grab Shark, you come from that world. Let's talk through it before we jump into space news, right? I called customer service 2 weeks ago, Verizon, right? I called them. And I said, I have a building that is not a second building on my property. I'm an existing customer. I'm moving to this address. Do you have FiOS there? Yes, we do. Can you install an ONT box, an optical network terminal box? Yes, we can do that. Can you... I have a separate building that is 100 plus feet from the house where the line is going in. Where the coax is going in, right? Can you run, will the technician run a wire out there? Yep, no problem, $60, right? I'll give you 3 guesses when the technician pulled up last week, how that conversation went. I can't do that. You think? How am I streaming from the garage then? So here's how this conversation went, dude. Here's how this conversation went. The technician gets out. He looks at his work order. He introduces himself. His name's Joe. He's a nice dude. He introduces himself. He says, "Hey, I'm Joe. I'm the Verizon technician." I go, "How you doing, Joe? I'm EJ. Thank you for doing this. I really appreciate it." He goes, okay, let me look at the work order. All right, so you need a new ONT box installed, right? And I'm like, nope. Nope. Hey, Adam. What's up? Ciao, come stai? What's up, dude? So, I go, nope, not an ONT box. Nah, sorry about it. He goes, well, then why am I here? And I'm like, I'm an existing customer, and I just moved here. And I need my services transferred to here. And he goes, oh, all right. Do you have an ONT box in this house? And I'm like, no, there's no ONT box. And he goes, why the heck did they tell me it was an ONT? It was an ONT swap then. And I'm like, dude, I don't know. Something must have got lost in translation. And the guy's sitting there going, all right, well, what do we need to do? I'm like, I need a new ONT box. I need extenders, and then I need wire run to the. And I'm pointing at the garage. I go, I need wire run I need an internet connection run all the way out there. And he goes, you don't have an ONT box in there. You have nothing. And I'm like, nope. And he goes, I go, I go, dude, I knew this was gonna happen. And he's like, what? I'm like, I had a conversation with customer service, and I literally said verbatim 4 times to them what I just told you. And they still just somehow billed it as an ONT transfer. And he goes, he looks at me, he goes, yeah, they suck, don't they? And I'm like, yeah, but the service is so freaking good. So, like, we're, like, I'll put up with it, I guess. And he goes, all right, hold on 1 second, I got to call my supervisor. And I'm like, why? He goes, I'm going to be here all day. And I'm like, okay. So he calls the supervisor. He's like, okay. He asks. He's like, okay, I'm cleared to do here all day. So what do you need? And I'm like, I need wires run out there. I need an extender here. I need an ONT box here. I'd like it here, 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 and here. And he goes, that's cool that you know exactly what you want. And you said you want to run it out to the garage back there? I go, yep. And he goes, all right. I go, you hourly? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, cool. Let's run it then, right? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. So the guy, we ran Cat 6 and coax out here, tested it, made sure that everything works, and then last weekend I buried it in the ground. I put it 6 inches down, which is more than enough for low voltage. That's totally fine. I checked with my general contractor. Yeah, I actually, when we were moving, I found some gift cards, some American Express gift cards that I don't know where they came from, to be honest. I think I got them as a gift or something. And I splurged a little bit and bought like super high-end conduit, like PVC conduit. And we snaked the wires through there and hooked it up, and I'm streaming to you on Wi-Fi. And the guy Joe was wicked cool. He gave me a mount so I could mount the extender up there, like up in the ceiling, to get better coverage. He's like, you're going to rebury these, right? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, here, take a tube of sealant, so when you bury it, you seal up the conduits and you do it right. I'm like, Joe, I like you. You're all right. And he goes, nah, this is great. I don't need to drive anywhere. I'm just going to be here all day. I'm like, dude, rake the money. Take as long time as you need. So I helped him. Snake the wires through the floor joists in the basement to pop some wires out the back of the house and then run them up here. And then we pop the wires through in the garage. And yeah. And then, yeah, like I said, last weekend, me and Brimo's dad, Joey Blue Skies, we buried it in the ground. I got a huge freaking blister from it. You can't really see it. It's right there. It's about the size of a dime. Yeah, that's what happened, dudes. That's what happened. So, yeah, that's, Joe got a tip, right? You're damn right he did. Yeah, absolutely. I was like, dude, you just saved my butt. You did not need to be here all day. And he's like, no. He's like, no. You requested these. Are you sure that's what you said, right? I'm like, dude, I requested this. You can go look. You can go listen to the damn recording. because they said it was going to be recorded. We could go find the damn recording, and I will show you verbatim what I said. I said exactly the same thing to you. He's like, good. All right. So he's like, good. I hate those people. So I'm going to be here I had no problem being here all day and helping you out. And I'm like, thank you, sir. Here, have money. So, mention Wi-Fi on the garage. PC in the office will be hardwired still, though, right? GrabShark, I have coax and Cat 6 going into the garage, dude. They're right over there by the circuit board. Run more than what you think. Yeah, Bro Handy. Actually, with the cables that Joe ran, I made him. I was like, dude, can we do repair loops as long as we got a good signal? He goes, let me test the signal to make sure that we didn't run too long a Cat 6 wire. And I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, no, you got great continuity. We're good, because we were worried about going too far with Cat 6, right? And he's like, no, I'll give you like 25 feet of repair loop. I got plenty of repair loop over there. I have a hard line into the garage, and I have coax into the garage. The coax is going into the extender. And the extender also has a switch built into it with 2 Ethernet out and a hard line. Dude, we are hooked up in this garage. Yeah, exactly, O-Force. That's definitely what happened. Speed test it? I'll speed test it right now. I'm not going to show you, but here. This is just Google's speed test. So, while streaming, on Wi-Fi in the garage, we're about, I don't know, half a football field away from the ONT. Ooh, the upload's kind of butt out here. 347 down, 9 up. Mbps. Yeah. 9, yeah. That's not ideal, Max. Yeah. But that's off of the Wi-Fi, so screw it. Yeah, I could go get the hardwire and plug it into the laptop and see what happens. Capital M, lowercase b. I don't know if the repair loop is long enough here. Where's that damn Ethernet cable? Let me check something. Well, actually, I don't know if I should do that while I'm streaming. It's good enough right now. I'll speed test it later. Anyway, I mean, Brimo's also doing work and probably streaming something in the house. But yeah. Are you going to set up a streaming area for the garage stream that'd be separate from the normal gaming streams? My office, my full streaming setup, Rohendi, is going into the back. That's that room that I'm furnishing that I keep telling you guys about. That's going to be my new office. The crazy part about it is the office there is literally bigger and better than the office in the apartment. And that's like... And then I have the garage on top of that. It's probably a limit on your Wi-Fi card. I get the same download limit on my laptop. Oh, alright. Now you see you've become a garage couch streamer. Yeah, I didn't really intend on this. Yep, yeah, JDG, yeah. Pretty neurotypical stuff, huh? How do you have hot coffee down here? Bro, I got a Keurig machine. I got a Keurig machine hooked up. Think I'm going to tote my coffee all the way from the house? That's a long way away. Yeah, Wizard. I'll test the hard line tomorrow when we stream again. Anything left to do in the apartment? I have to actually go and pack up the Fios box that's there, and that's about it. Yeah, we clean that place. And then get my vacuum cleaner. Will you ever live in the house or just like in the garage? Yeah. It'll have a green screen for now, Jim. Did Joe test it? Yeah, he tested the hardwire. He tested the hardwire connection for continuity. Yeah, it was and when he tested the hard line, it was getting good signal. Yep. I'm in Australia, and with decent internet, we get 50 down and 18 up. A little windy out. Oof. Yeah, I'm getting 400 down on a laptop right now, and I'm about, I don't know, 7 or 8 meters from the extender. Yeah, actually more like 6, Hvac, but yeah. What's the color of choice for the office? Actually, for the office, it's gonna be, yeah, I'm just gonna paint it white. I don't have the money. We'll do more cool stuff with the office later. Nice, Orion. There you go. It's coax going into it, Sign Nerd, but yeah. Grab Shark, time and money permitting. More money than anything. I got plenty of time. Over in the Netherlands, we have 400 down, 35 to 40 up. Huh, that's weird. Fellas, if I hardwire that connection, it's gonna be like 1,000 up, 1,000 down. I have gigabit. I have a business line. That's why, yeah, I pay a good amount of money for that. So I mean, it's running my business. It's a weird way to run your business, but hey, it works. Just paint the walls green, so no green screen needed. Max, the problem with that is, so the office on the back of the garage. So the garage is like this, right? You know, we have a slanted roof up top and then down, and then off the back it's a slanted roof that goes down the back. So like if this is the back wall of the garage, the office is like this. So part of the ceiling is actually slanted. That's gonna be a little bit tough to light that. And then the drop ceiling, what am I gonna paint the drop ceiling green? Nah, I wish we could do that, but yeah. Yeah, uneven lighting would screw that all up. Yeah. So, I'm just going to use the screen for now. I can hang it from the drop ceiling. Seriously, I'll hang a shower curtain rod from the drop ceiling and then just put the green screen on that. Easy peasy. Nice thing about the garage office is that you have a commute, so you're completely separated from the house while working. I actually like that, Orion. Yeah. Yeah. It's like commuting, but it's not. It's like all the kind of good parts about commuting, like you separating work and home. That's cool, right? But I don't actually have to commute. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good walk, but it's not that big of a deal. EJ trying to make us feel bad about having no money after buying the house when he earns millions from streaming. Millions? You think I earn millions from streaming? If I earn millions of streaming, I ain't seeing that money. If I earn millions from streaming, somebody better let me know because, yeah, I haven't seen none of that. Even better, walk in the snow in the winter. Well, the thing is, Barak, I'm on Cape Cod, so I'm near the ocean, so it doesn't really snow that much. And now that I said that, it'll snow a lot, but yeah, no problem. Yeah, exactly, Orion. Yep. Imagine if Twitch paid in pennies. Alright. You can flame a ceiling 2x2. I actually have some drop ceiling left over from when the seller sold the house because there's drop ceilings in our basement. Yeah, Neo, there you go. You just jinxed it. It's all right. Any last minute song suggestions for my drum session tomorrow? Yeah, there you go, Tessa. Right. The rollout image album for later. There you go. All right. Do YYZ. I don't know. And a garage and a basement. The basement's huge. Huge. It was unfurnished when the house was built, Chris, and the, like I said, previous seller, or previous owner, I should say. Yeah, previous guys, freaking furnished the whole damn thing. S, what's going on? Some model trains in the basement. Time permitting, sure. Why not? Hey, Tara, what's going on? You still have to worry about rodent control since you live out in the woods. Oh, believe me, I know. The birds are more of a knack than anything. Jim, I opened the door to the garage last night, like, because I was leaving, and a frog was bouncing around out there. I'm like, frog? I haven't seen a damn frog in forever. Glad you got the house. Thank you. Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. I'm like, there are some woodland critters I haven't seen. Like, you mean those flat things on the roads? Yep. Yeah, you see more skunks though. Frogs are good. Yeah, Olivia, you see frogs, spiders, like stuff you just really don't get in the city. In the city, there's just chipmunks and squirrels. There's like bunnies in the woods behind the house, and they come onto the lawn and stuff, and they're just sitting there going, huh, "You don't see me. You don't see me. You don't see me." And then you can walk right up to them. Like, get about 5 feet away, and they're like, "You don't see me. Oh my God, you see me. Run!" Frogs aren't that great to eat. Yeah, I know. Max, it's so weird. The bunnies in the city, like, if you're 30 feet away, they'll be like, "No!" These things are just like, wait. Oh, crap. If I just stay very still, he won't see me. She moved into Hunt Showdown. You just live in the woods, man. Well, not really in the woods. It's not the woods. It's just rural. Wabbit season. Duck season. I say it's duck season, and I say fire. Serious, nice. Dude, the jackrabbits in Texas don't give a dang. Yeah. Have you encountered any bobcats? No. But I have provisions in case that happens. Squirrels in the public gardens will eat peanuts out of your hand, FYI. Why are you giving rodents food? Yeah, there's turkeys. Turkeys go around in my backyard. Wild turkeys, Hando. Yeah, that's weird. They're just like... I'm like, huh? That's a turkey.
Discovery.
The hell is this? What the hell's going on here? 21 months seems like yesterday. Hey, Mile. Thanks, man. Eat the squirrels. Oh, you called in the chat room turkeys. Oh, well, you actually reminded me. There were some turkeys when... One of the times when we moved in, there were just some turkeys just bobbing around in the backyard by the garage. I'm like, that's a turkey. All right. What'd you just call me? What have you been working on in the office? Alleviate, I sanded a lot. I sanded down a lot of stuff today. Here, you know what? I'll just show you guys the pictures. I posted them in Discord. The Discord general chat. Your boy was in a winter wonderland today. And, yeah, here, I will give you the progress. So, keep in mind, fellas, this is the first time I've ever done this. I've never drywalled before. So, I might have gone a little bit crazy with the joint compound. It may have gone a little bit crazy. Please tell me you wore a mask while you were sanding. Signerd, if I said no, would you go on a rant and chat about how drywall is really joint compound is bad for you, blah 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 blah, it's carcinogenic? Would you do that? Would you go on this whole thing to make yourself look smart in chat? because I wore a mask, dude. Yeah, no, I know not to breathe that stuff. Here, take a look. Yep. I may or may not have gotten a little bit nutty with the joint compound. Keep in mind, like I said, fellas, have never done this before. never done it before. Yeah, it got a little snowy in there. Yep. Yeah, it got a little snowy in there. That explains the Scarface poster. Oh, man. Yeah, Stronkin, it's okay. I could smell that room. Looks like me after I spent an hour standing Bondo. It's exactly the same thing, Synerd. Yeah. If you go overboard, you're gonna know. You're gonna know if you put too much Bondo down. I quickly realized that doing joint compound on drywall is, yeah, it's like that. Yeah, don't use a lot of it. You don't need to use too much. Increase the view distance on that room. No, it's for optimizations or whatever. Clues in the name, joint compound. Yeah. Hey, it is 15-month resub. Kerbal King out of 44. Nice job with the new office. Thanks, man. So I don't know if I posted any more pictures to Discord. I don't think I did. But yeah, I got another round of sanding tomorrow, and yeah, I got to seal up some stuff in the morning, or I'll probably do it tonight. Yeah, any plans on adding a window? Nah. No. Security cameras. Yes. No need for windows. I dare you use Bondo on the drywall. I don't have any of my Bondo here with me, actually. I know this is probably one of the last things on your mind right now, but any plans for the racing rig? Max, the laptop is sitting on that Supra seat. I know you saw that. I have part of a racing rig from that Brimo bought me that's just the pedals, and then it has two bars coming up for where the steering wheel and the shifter should be. I'm gonna take that, and I'll get the welder and my wire wheel, and we'll figure out a way to make a nice rig out of that. I already got the metal. But yeah, that's what I think we should do. It'll make your office smell like a body shop. Nice. Yeah, Max, that's what I plan on doing. I got a welder over there. It's been packed up for a little while, but it's a Harbor Freight special, meaning it's cheap. But windows are stupid. You should just stick a GoPro on a drone and have it fly around outside the garage automatically and connect to a video on screen on your wall. Yeah. Sure. Window is good for free light from the start. I don't want light, W. Yeah. In England, all drywall plasterboard has 3 millimeters of fresh plaster applied to it all. Oof. Windows is crap. Use Linux. No, I don't need to see the outside. Yeah, no, we don't need to do that. So, all right, dudes. Shall we? Let's take a look. Let's start with some B-roll from NASA. Let's go. Whoop. So last night, SLS did roll out It was a little bit delayed because there was a storm cell, but the footage was... Here's some B-roll. Let me get this out of the way. Got a link for the B-roll? Still got my lunch money from the 3rd grade, fool. Yeah, sure. I'll link it while we're... Oh, hello. Hello. What an absolute monster. Yeah. I mean, dude, Galaxy, what did I say? I'm not trying to make this one of those I told you so moments, but what did I tell you? I said this years ago, like at least 3 or 4 years ago. It's going to be really damn funny. It's going to be really damn funny when SLS rolls to the pad and all of a sudden everybody's an SLS cheerleader. Oh, I've loved SLS the whole time. Am I right? Am I right? Oh man, people are freaking coming out in force. Oh, I'm SLS's biggest supporter. Hilarious. 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 Called that one. Do you think Artemis 1 should have been crewed? No. I don't think... No, Artemis 1 can be uncrewed. That's fine. They did 2 uncrewed tests for the Saturn V drummer. That's fine. I think Artemis 2 should be sitting in the high bay right next to it, if you really want my honest opinion. Yeah. But, yeah, that's just me. I agree, and look at this monster. Oh, yeah. Fire up the big boy. Core Stage 2 is in Michoud right now, S-Master. It's almost done, believe it or not. I got sent a picture of it today. From somebody. That's right, Chief. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's nice. Send it. Bum 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 bum. All right, fine. Fine, you win.
Discovery, go at throttle up. Discovery, go at throttle up.
Hey, Berkey, 51 months. Thank you. Natalie, 21-month resub. Thank you very much. This is awesome. I'm not sure, Alleviate. That's a good question. Yeah, they're rotor brakes, Max. Pneumatic rotor brakes on the outside. Yep. Like on a train or a truck. The timing works so well. It's fantastic. Oh. Hey. It definitely does, Hellfish, yeah. Concrete ties, if I'm remembering right. Yep, it has Alco train engines in it when it's side. Yep. Man, it's working so well. I haven't seen anything someone, but there really needs to be. Yeah, indeed, Tessa, yeah. This is the best. It works so well. Oh, look at that thing. Well, that's pretty neat. Red Moon, baby. Now I have an urge to buy some paint. I know. I did my drywall work today. Yeah, I'm doing drywall up there at the new McDonald's. I think there's more B-roll in here. Let me take a look. Oh.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Did you just look at that view? Oh, here. Ooh. Oh. What? That's weird, man. But it's really freaking cool. This scale here. I saw it, Jim. Yeah, they lifted and lowered it. Alright, what other B-roll footage or pictures do we have here? Stan and Don were there. Don Pettit's cool dude. Really, really cool astronaut. You watched some videos with him. Good dude. They were there. We watched them on a Facebook live stream last night. And also, I definitely said, if you're there in chat, go and wave at the camera. And a few people came over and waved. Whoops. I mean, that's pretty neat. Here, let's take a look at this one. Nice, Thomas. That's awesome, dude. Oh, wow. Excited to watch Kimmy at the Glen? Oh, hell yeah, man. I want to race the Watkins Glen in the Big Heaven NASCAR. It's very nice. Loaded. That SLS is one piece of rocket. I know from experience, dude. If you know what I mean. No, Snowcat, I haven't, dude. Thank you for the subs yesterday, by the way. I do really appreciate it. No, you don't. Yeah, well, not me personally, but a viewer I know. Him and her got it on. Woo! No, they didn't. You can imagine what it'd be like if they did, huh? Everybody on? Good, great, grand, wonderful. No yelling on the bus. I want to see... Oh, there's the baton that was passed between the exploration ground systems to the launch director. That's pretty cool. Launch director. Right there. Some of these pictures, man. The scale here is just absolutely unreal. The VAB is like... The VAB seems like something that you'd see out of like a superhero movie. Just look at this damn thing. Alright. Man. You know what the messed up part is? That's not even the ground. The ground is 40 feet below this. Can we even see the ground in this picture? There you go, Mav. The crazy thing about this was on NASA spaceflight last night. The LAS was moving around. It was doing this, and we saw the stabilizers working. But yeah, that's apparently NASA split the role into 2 albums. Oh. It's funny because I'm reaching for my keyboard that isn't here. Because this isn't my streaming setup, which is a good sign. That means I'm getting into the groove, which is very good. You threw off my groove. Let's go over here. I'm sorry, but you've thrown off the Emperor's groove. Sorry. Do we have any pictures, Hell Hydra, of the crawler leveling itself? Because that's... Oh. That doesn't suck. It's nice. Yeah. Is that front grille from the truck that you bought in California? Yes, it is. Do the VAB doors work? How do the VAB doors work? They go up like this. It's a bunch of doors kind of in front of each other, T-Man, and it goes, one goes up and the other one goes up, and then the other one is right here and that goes up, and the other one goes right here and that goes up. Here, let me go back over here. We need a crawler leveling shot. I don't see any. Maybe this one. Hang on. Oh, that's awesome. Look at the crawler transporter level that up the hill. That's so freaking cool. What happened to the truck? It's outside. It's sitting right outside. I put a better grill on it. I put the chrome one on, MG. I pulled the chrome grill and headlight bezels for that truck out of a junkyard in Detroit. And I have the nice grill. I have the chrome grill on it. This is the base model. Yep. I put the chrome grill on. You gotta have the chrome. Gotta have the chrome. And then I got a big old steel bumper. I don't have the XLT bumper on the truck. I have the XL bumper on it. It's got this big old steel chrome bumper in the front. Yeah. Tough Enough pretty much looks on the outside the exact way that it was when I ended Route 154. I've been working all on interior stuff. Cosmetically, with the exception of the grill, it looks exactly the same. I want to paint it, though. What's the angle of the pad at 39B? Is it 37 or something degrees? No. So the crawler is using its hydraulics here to level it. If you notice, the pad is level, and the ramp that it's going up isn't. This is not very steep, T-Man. I've walked up that exact one before. Yeah. I've walked up there. It's not that bad. I thought the truck was dead, like he shot it and mounted its head on the wall. No, MG, maybe these will find their way onto another truck if I buy another one. I really like those OBS Fords. They're really well made. You know, it's like what, you know, I have one truck. I have one OBS Ford. But, you know, You can't just have one space shuttle, right? Like, you can't just have one space shuttle. That's not cool. You can't do that. You got to have a fleet. That's the only way to make it work. What could you have a second one? Actually, we should keep going with space news, but I'll just say this, Synerd. What I thought would be cool is having an OBS Bronco, so a 96 Bronco, and then a 96 F-150, and then I already have a 96 F-250, and then having a 96 F-350, and then an F-450 quad cab long bed. Complete the whole set. Guano balls. Collect the whole set. I thought it was way steeper from the pictures. Nah, it's not. It's not too bad, T-Man. But you got to remember, it's not steep for us to like walk up. It's just any other hill that you'd ride your bike up, right? It's not too bad. But when you're moving 18 million pounds of payload, that's actually pretty damn impressive. Oh gosh, here we go. He's ranting about trucks again. Brimo is not here to save you, Max. Thought you wanted another one the same as you have now. No. Challenger could do things Columbia couldn't, right? And Discovery, Atlantis, and Endeavor could do things that Columbia and Challenger couldn't do. So, we have to have redundant, dissimilar capability with trucks. Closest to a leveling shot since NASA isn't cataloging all their images properly. Oh, you guys got to see this picture. Man, that is pretty sweet. Here, take a look at this one. If it'll copy correctly. Paste and go. Oh, that is just damn impressive, dude. On screen. Main screen, turn on. Yep. There's the entrance into the BDA. Oh, man. That is just damn impressive, dude. Crawler transporters are sweet. They're Ferds? There's dang old Ferds everywhere. Look at all the dang Ferds. Yowza. Does the leveling system work automatically, or is it a manual system? I don't know. I have no idea. Hellfish, that's a really good question. I'm going to guess that it's manual. So, like, you know, camper special trucks, they have the level, and you adjust the hydraulics to get the level to level. I'm going to guess it's probably something like that because that's simple. But on the other hand, they did just redo CT2. They redid the crawler transporter. So maybe it's an automatic system now. Who knows? You might get this one printed. What's that one? Oh, mama. Hello. Oh, that is freaking cool, man. Yeah, I bet you that's how it probably worked, Hellfish. Yeah, just put a level in the cab, and just. I know that you steer it with a tiller wheel. Yeah. There's a little steering wheel. It's about this big. You just. Yeah, there you go, Arnok, right? What did DeBoss install? Merkers, DeBoss has a F-350 quad cab long bed, no dually, with a Caterpillar 30. What is it? A Caterpillar 3600 from a school bus. Dude, it's a monster. 3126. Thank you, Arnok. Yeah. Yeah, that's an awesome build. The F3 Kitty is what he calls it. That is an amazing build, dude. It's one of my favorites. Just the launch director in a rocket. Is that the picture of Charlie? Yeah, with a rocket in the back. That's amazing, dude. I hung out with him for a few days years back. Yep. The Tupperware cam. That's awesome. Anyway, that's just the man. I could sit here and look at this picture all day. Look at that. Just look at. It's the scale. It's the scale that kills me. I know how tall that is. I've stood on that damn mobile launcher. I've stood on it. I've stood on that pad. How in the name of frick is that thing moving by itself? When is the launch day for this rocket? Good question. Good question. That's the Artemis 1. It's an Artemis 1. The Artemis 1 mission is scheduled to go off at on August 29th at 8:30 a.m. Yeah, in the morning. Did Kyle take a picture, Foz? What's Kyle's picture? Let me see. I think Kyle literally was out there all night. Yep. Yeah, awesome picture from Kyle. That's freaking sweet. Scheduled to scrub. Yep. It's our time to experience Saturn level launches. When this thing goes, man, it's going to go big. When that thing goes, it's going to go big. But yeah, SLS did roll out to the pad. Now, I know some people are going to ask. Why did they, I'm getting a wedgie on this damn couch. Sorry. Yeah. Professional, I know. So, why are they rolling out, like, a week and a half before they launch? Well, you really want to do a lot of checks on the vehicle. They are moving the entire launch pad out there. They did move SLS moves the whole launch pad. Everything you need to launch the rocket except for the fuel lines and the flame trench, and that's about it. So they're gonna hook everything up. They're gonna make sure that everything works right. Make sure that it does the exact same thing that it did the last time they hooked everything up to the pad, right? And basically, they're just gonna mimic everything right up until the wet dress rehearsal. The only difference between this and the wet dress rehearsal is actually launching the rocket. So it pays to do it slow, and it pays to kind of get a baseline for it. And right now, the WDR, the wet dress rehearsal that was a couple months ago, is the baseline. That's the baseline. And you want to make sure that when you go to launch it, that it mimics your baseline analysis. You put it out there, you fueled it, and you did everything but launch it the first time. Now you're going to put it out there again. You want to make sure you do the exact same thing that you did last time with the exact same rocket. Put it out there, and, come the 29th, they're going to start fueling it, and they're going to make sure that it does everything exactly like they did during the wet dress, and then actually launch the vehicle. Yep. So why do they move it out a week and a half early? They basically want to go slow, take your time, make sure that what the rocket is actually doing is mimicking the wet dress rehearsal. That does take some time to kind of get the data. You notice how they do the exact same thing. They rolled it out, they retract the crew access arm, they rolled it, they stopped it, they rolled it, they stopped it, they rolled it, they stopped it. Did exactly the same thing. And if they did the exact same thing that they did the last time they rolled the rocket to the pad, well, then you should be good to go. That's how like when you're going to test NASA style, this is how it works. You have like a projection of baseline data, and then you actually roll the rocket out, and you want to make sure that what you thought it was going to do is what it's actually doing. And now, because they rolled it out a couple months ago for the wet dress rehearsal, basically a big fueling test, right? They want to make sure that the rollout matches the wet dress rehearsal rollout, which is actually pretty neat. It's pretty freaking cool. They rolled it all the way to the pad, so I'm going to assume that everything is good up until this point. But they did give a little bit of leeway, you know. Any idea when Super Heavy might have a go? I'm not sure. We'll have to check. How much you want to bet there's going to be some issues with the GSE hydrogen leaks? I don't know, maybe. 7:30 Central. Yes, Honey Piston. Yep. Shady, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We can get into Starship. Dude, I've been pretty much out of the loop with Starship because I'm trying to get everything done here. But yeah, should be pretty damn good. On a scale from 1 to 10, how excited are you to see SLS go? Yeah, and it's going to be pretty awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Like, dude, I don't have any words. That's how. How long do you take it to hook up all the pipes at the pad? Probably have it hooked up by tomorrow. Doesn't take much to you, man. Yeah, I know about the 20-second static fire, Signer. Yep. TZ spacebar. Let's go. That guy Kerbals. That's the guy in here that's doing all the kerbling right now. Hey, want to see high-res shots of hardware at Michoud? No. I'd rather just go sand drywall, Matt. Yeah. Got a little snowy in there. So yeah, SLS is on the pad. I will update you guys with info on it as soon as I get it on a day-to-day. And of course the link broke. I got you, fam. Paste and go. Alright, let's see what we got here, Mr. Mituro. Speaking of, there's the core stage. Oh, wow. Very nice pictures. Toro breaking stuff? Nah, yeah, he does that, Perky, huh? He does that. It's alright, we still love him. That's an Orion staging adapter. So that's an OSA right there. You know it's for Orion because it's next to the sign that says Orion. Alright. Hey, that's an Orion capsule. Or at least part of one. Could you possibly answer a question for me? What's happening when an engine bogs down when you open the throttle up wide? Give me 1 second, Plankin. I want to show you this, by the way. Hold on. I saw this at IKEA. Why do you have a bowl named after you? And or conversely, why are you named after a bowl? They told us that it is the first part of the A2 Orion service module. Service module? Interesting. Alright, so who asked the question about... Okay, so Flykin. So... When you step on the gas, if the motor doesn't do anything, that means you're leaning out. You're not getting enough fuel. That's it. There could be other things. I would check to make sure you're getting the right fuel flow, but markers could be right. Could be engine timing. If I heard right, or Orion module, I need to go back to the audio recordings. It's part of Orion, though. Matt, that is the bottom part of Orion. That's the bottom part of the pressure vessel. The service module isn't built with a milled aluminum core like that. No. The service module looks like a... If you looked at it from the top, it would look like a waffle. Seriously. That's how the Apollo one was built. It's got like structural bulkheads that look like a pound sign. And then you cut off the ends and you put it inside of a circle. The idea is they have compartmentalized bulkheads on the service module. And like I said, this was this was during Apollo, and the European service module is built very similar. They have compartmentalized bulkheads in case something goes wrong. Those compartmentalized bulkheads are literally the reason why the Apollo 13 astronauts came back, because the bulkhead had a blowout panel on the outside, and when they stirred the O2 tank and it exploded out, not in. Yeah, it's a blowout panel, kind of like on a tank. Like the tracked vehicle, not like fuel tanks. They did say it's flipped upside down right now. Yep. That's right. So the capsule would be like right here. The conic section would be right here. I know exactly what that is. That's really cool. There's its staging adapter right there. I like those. Very nice. Very nice pictures, man. What do we got over there? Huh. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe an inner stage. Or an inner tank? Apollo 1, yep. These are great pictures, man. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Is that Ares 5? That was Apollo 1, STS-51L, and STS-107. That's what those three patches were. They told us those are the jettisonable fairings. Hey, Tiggs. Saw you'd seen the progress on the airport. Hope you like what you saw. My jaw hit the floor, Tiggs. Yeah. It's pretty awesome, dude. So, yeah, those are great pictures. Matt, thank you for sharing. Good stuff. All right. Let's take a look over here. I think we should spend some time today catching up on space news. Or Starship news. So, I want to see this. And then, yeah, let's check this out here. So this was last week, guys, but I kind of covered it on stream. I was sitting on this couch when this happened, but let's see. I want to see this. Headphone users? Yeah, Flykin, yeah. Yes, they do. Astronauts help design most capsules. Bob and Doug, for instance, the guys that flew on DM2, helped design Dragon. Yep. Headphone users. Oh. That's cool. Honk. That's nice. Are we close to a flight? How many many were there? That was one. That was one Raptor from what I could tell. We're the closest we've ever been, hypersonic. Does that help? If I'm looking at this right, no, not looking at this right. Elon said what this test was for. This was the autogenous pressurization test, if I'm understanding this correctly. Oh no, wait a minute. The next day was the AG test, or the AP test. Watch this one. Headphone users again. There's a rocket in there somewhere. So, 20-second burn. It looks like you leaf blowing your garage. It does, dude. It does, doesn't it? I think that thing's a little bit stronger than your leaf blower. And if it's not, please tell me what leaf blower you have. I kind of want it, you know? So, why did they do this? Why did they do this test? This was the test that they did to test autogenous pressurization. If you notice, on Super Heavy, there are these little lines that go up the side of the booster. Let's go back to the big camera. See them right there? Those things are a pneumatic line. The Raptor engine down here has a pneumatic tap-off line. So, notice that there's two. One of them is for methane, gaseous methane, and the other one is for gaseous oxygen. That tap-off cycle, it's not really a tap-off cycle. It's just a tap-off from the turbo pumps. And what that does is basically send gaseous methane back up into the main methane tank and send gaseous oxygen into the oxidizer tank. Now, why do you need to do that? Well, that gaseous methane and that gaseous oxygen is used for ullage. All right, so ullage. Yeah, that's what it's called. Ullage. I love, yeah, like saying that's a funny word. ROADs. Anyway, what's tank ullage? So, when you launch a rocket, you ideally want the pressure in the tanks to stay exactly the same. Why? Why would you want that? Well, as you drain fuel out of the tank, right, you can't vent because eventually the rocket's going to be up where there's no pressure outside, so you can't have, like, just a vent that just sucks in air as you drain fuel. If you don't have some type of vent or some type of gas being put in as you drain fuel out of the fuel tanks, they will implode. Anybody watch that Mythbusters episode where they bring a gas car, a train car, down to vacuum and watch it implode on itself? Literally that. Yeah, you don't want your rocket doing that. So, Starship takes some of the gases that are produced from the rocket engine. The rocket engine does produce a lot of gas. A lot of it comes out the bottom. You just saw it, the leaf blower thing, the gas. It takes some of that, some gaseous methane, some gaseous oxygen, and sends them back up into their respective tanks. The reason why they do that is, well, because it's simpler. It's a little more difficult to do, but it's a much simpler design. Now, we'll take Falcon 9, for instance. How does Falcon 9 do that, then, with a Merlin 1D engine with kerosene and liquid oxygen? You can't take gaseous kerosene and put it right back into the tank. No, they can't. They use helium tanks. There are helium tanks inside of Falcon 9's fuel tanks. There's a tank inside of the tank. And as the fuel drains out, they vent the helium into the tank, and that's what's used for ullage. With something like Starship and Super Heavy, though, you don't have to do that. You can, because you're using fully cryogenic propellants and because they're using a staged combustion cycle, a full flow staged combustion cycle, that type of rocket engine can produce gaseous methane and gaseous oxygen, which is really, really handy. It makes the design a lot simpler, but autogenous pressurization is simpler, but just because it's simpler doesn't mean it was simple to do. It's a much more, like refined way of doing stuff with ullage propellant, so you don't need helium tanks. So the design is way simpler because SpaceX wants to use this a lot, right? Best part is no part. Elon says that all the time. They're COPVs. That's correct. Yep. What about the pressure of the second tank? The second tank is a composite overwrap pressure vessel, Lazy Beast. It won't deform. Think of like a scuba tank that's wrapped in carbon fiber. They won't deform. Yeah, it's very heavy. They're usually made out of like titanium or something. How do you start the dang thing? I don't know. SpaceX won't say. Decade, how? Now we hurry up and wait on the first launch of Artemis. Yeah, I talked about that right at the beginning of the stream. Yep. I like your grill. Trippy, I'm all up in your grill right now. Are you all up in mine? I don't know how that works. I'm not hip. Are you all up in my grill right now? Or am I all up in your... I don't know. I don't know how it works either. Nobody knows how it works, but it's provocative. That's correct, Synerd. Yep. How do they light it? Clearly a man with a lighter and a really long stick. Take the guy out of the equation from that Alleviate, and you got how Soyuz lights its engine. Soyuz, the Soyuz RD-108 and RD-107, you know how they light it? Open up the valves and literally Bunsen burner the engine. They stick a match up the business end of the rocket nozzle and then open pre-valves. Propellants trickle through. They find their way, they leak into the combustion chamber, basically. They find that source of ignition, they combust, and the vacuum of that gas being shot out of the engine spins up the turbo pumps. Or spins up the pumps, I should say. It's, dude, literally a candle wick. It, like, wicks the engine. It's crazy. Yeah, they just stick a huge match up the business end of the rocket nozzle. It works. It works. It's a good idea. Can we see that? I've never seen it before. Oh, I don't know if there's any footage of that out there. It's kind of like an Estes rocket immolated. An Estes rocket will... The igniters for an Estes rocket basically arc electricity inside of the combustion chamber, and that lights the solid propellant. Yeah, Trippy, I'm good, man. Keep rocketing. Dude, I'll keep doing what I do. Russian budget 5 rubles for matches. Well, Apocalypsis, the reason why it's engineered that way is because Soyuz is derived from an R7, the R7 Semyorka, which is an early ICBM design. And you had to keep it simple. Why do you need the starter motor to go with the rocket engine? You're only lighting it once. You're only lighting it once, and then you're sending it. And when you send it, it's... You don't need to worry about A, getting your booster back, or B, you want to make a lot of these things, so... The pad you might be able to reuse, so... Keep the igniters ground side, or keep the starter system ground side. The space shuttle engines are the same way. They can't be air started. The starting mechanism for the space shuttle engines and the SLS by proxy, because it's a shuttle-derived vehicle, are ground side. GSE side starters. Yeah. But it's not jamming a match up the back of it. It's a little more sophisticated than that. Heck, even the outside boosters on Super Heavy. The outside boosters on Super Heavy are started by nitrogen. They shoot nitrogen into the turbo pumps to get them spinning, and then that starts pumping the propellants, and then they just light it. They have a way to light it. I don't know what it is, but the end result is this. Needs more sound. possible, Hellfish, but you're gonna need a starter motor on it for landing. So there's starters for the inner engines. The outer ring of engines on this thing, ground side starting mechanism. Crazy. Anyway, there was that, and then there was this. Here we go. Ship 24 did a static fire here. Damn, that's violent. That's just two of them. That's just two of those things, man. Damn, that was violent. Very interesting. That's a very staggered ignition. Oh, staggered, not staggered. Sorry. That was a very staggered ignition. Let me see that one more time. It's very clear that one lights and then like a second later the second one goes. Watch. 1, 2. See the second flash? It was too they fired one, waited a second, and fired the others. They sequenced the ignition, but I'm not exactly sure why. Yeah, sorry, Orion. Yeah, my bad. Are they doing that to avoid the boom that they had? Most likely alleviate, yeah. Hear the two honks? Honk, honk. The Raptors are loose. Where's the T-Rex? Yeah, 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 yeah. That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand. Brick killed the guy. Oh, that's just two of those things, man. Two of those Raptor engines almost have as much thrust as a Falcon 9 first stage. Almost. It's about 2/3 the thrust of 9 Merlin engines. So if this thing shoots 3 of these bad boys off, that's more thrust. That is more thrust than a Falcon 9 first stage. Well, actually, it's about equal. It's a little bit under, actually. So Starship has 6 Raptors in it. It has 3 of vacuum or 3 sea level, and then 3 vacuum. So let's do some math out here, or just do some kind of logic puzzle. Half of Starship's engines firing is almost as powerful as a Falcon 9 first stage. And Starship is a second stage. Wow. Okay. Yep. Yeah, Liquidator, you notice the ice that gets sucked down. Rockets actually generate one heck of a vacuum, dude. Here. Watch up here when the engines fire. And as always, this footage See the vacuum? The vacuum that the engine's made, it pulls all the ice off and down. My webcam is over it, but also, fellas, this footage is NASA spaceflight, guys. Mary, Nick, and then NSF Robots. I always got to make sure I give credit. Sorry, I got to get back into the groove of doing this. I haven't done a Starship update in a very long time. Or at least it seems like it. How's it going to work with like 30 plus engines? Think they'll stagger that many? Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's why they call it an ignition sequencer or auto sequencer. Obsidian, that's a really good question. They will stagger them, but they won't stagger them like that. That's what I'm pointing out. That was like a second stagger between the first and second engine ignition. It doesn't need to be that long. No. Like 2 or 3 milliseconds between ignition commands should do you right. Now, okay, why don't you want to fire all 30 engines at once? You put an insane amount of load. You can shock compression load your rocket. Think about like if you were towing something, and you have a trailer that has wheels on 4 ends, and you're towing it with a truck, like a hay trailer or something, right? And you have a rope that connects it. If you gradually increase tension on the rope, so you just start moving the truck very slowly forward, the rope will hold and you'll start pulling the trailer, right? If you just yeet it pedal to the floor with your truck, you'll snap the cable, right? You'll shock load it. You'll introduce a load very, very quickly. You're introducing tension to that cable very, very quickly, and it'll just snap. Same idea. If you fire all 30 engines at once, the stack will crumple like a soda can, most likely. The other reason why they do that is because you can get very, very bad resonant vibrations if you try to fire all the engines at the same time. It'll introduce weird vibrations into the stack. Not good vibrations. No excitations, okay? Beach Boys. Hey, Ismic, what's up, dude? Yeah, Booster 7 Fireball is a little bit of a different reason, Synerd, but yeah. So, yeah, you're getting a lot of different vibrations. See, like, vibrations are something that I've been reading about a lot lately. That's something that Kerbal does not...
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Does not get into. There are resonant frequencies and all kinds of crazy vibrations happening on a rocket that can literally unscrew a bolt. So say you have a bolt torqued down to like, 50 foot-pounds or 20 newton meters or whatever it is, right? I don't know the conversions between foot-pounds and newton meters, but say you did, right? The right vibration will literally back that bolt entirely out and shoot it out the side. In fact, that's the problem that they had with the N1 rocket. Firing all the engines going at once like that caused such ridiculous vibrations that screws would just back out, and they would get, like, screws in the fuel tanks would just back out and they would get sucked into the engines, and that was the end of that. I always say that, a liquid fuel rocket engine,
Discovery,
really, like, so say you have a liquid fuel rocket engine and it's using kerosene and liquid oxygen. The only things that like going into those turbines are liquid oxygen and kerosene. Don't put anything else in there. Anything else goes in there, you get helium, you get nitrogen, you get a bolt. Bad stuff happens. Yeah. Think those videos where they test bird strikes on engines. You ever see those videos where they shoot like a dead chicken into a turbine going full speed and watch it blow up? Literally that, but turbines spin a lot faster than those jet engines do. I guess, Synerd, that's more oscillation, less vibration, but yeah. Do they shoot a frozen chicken? Black says, hey, 36-month reset, here's to your success. No, here's to Benjamin. Watched the Saturn 1 documentary yesterday, Saturn 5. Pogo was a big issue they had to solve. Yeah, Darkstar, that's right. Yeah. So the issue with Pogo on the Saturn 5 wasn't necessarily because of, like, ignition sequencing on the engines. No, it wasn't because of that. The reason why they had Pogo oscillation like that was because of the F1 motors. The first stage engines on the Saturn V had problems holding the right combustion chamber pressure because of the way they long story short, it's how they designed the injector plate mechanism. The injector plate mechanism would basically make combustion instability. So what happens is when all 5 of the F1 engines lit throughout ascent, one of them would lose stability just for like a fraction of a second because of the way the fuel was being delivered into the combustion chamber. So like one would just drop like a couple of kilonewtons, right? Just for a second. It would the thrust would be like 98, 99, 100, 100, 100, 198, 97, 99, 100, 100, 100, 100. And because you had 5 engines doing that, all of them were kind of chugging like that. That introduced, you're basically losing thrust and gaining thrust and losing thrust and gaining thrust, and that introduced weird vibrations into the Saturn V that made it do this, made it pogo, it made it bounce back and forth. That's the reason why. It's a very interesting problem to solve. How they ended up dealing with that problem was introducing a baffling plate into the injector. They introduced an injector baffling plate that basically made it so the fuel delivery sprayed into the liquid fuel and oxidizer was sprayed into the combustion chamber nice and uniformly, so you wouldn't get that chugging going on with the engine. Very interesting stuff. Yeah, it's good stuff, right? Also birds. Anyway, that was the static fires. Here, let's see if we can look at them a little bit more. That bird in the foreground's like, what the hell just happened? They got it at 100, Barak. Yep. All right, so there's the turbo pumps spooling up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let me see this slow-mo one more time. Two. 1, 2. Oh yeah, okay, it's just 2. It looked like they may have shot 3, but that was just 2. How does that honk sound happen? The honk sound... let me remember. The honk sound is basically, it's residual propellants. It's basically... I'm blanking on it, man. I'm a little rusty because I haven't answered crazy questions like this in a little while. If I'm remembering correctly, please correct me if I'm wrong. The honk sound is basically them shutting the valves off inside of the engine. Yeah. Have you ever turned off a faucet and it's gone... Same idea. It's made that noise. It's the same. That's the same thing. They're shutting the valves off. It's just residual propellants draining out of the rocket engine from closing the valves. That and the valves closing themselves, it makes that noise. Yeah, tiles are staying on, Shadows. You got to remember, every time they fire that engine, every time they fire that freaking engine, remember how I was talking about how rocket engines have weird vibrations, right? Rocket engines also give off crazy sound waves, and those sound waves do introduce vibration. The sound is reverbing off of the ground. The sound from the rocket engine, even though they are using a pad deluge, you see the hoses going down here. The sound is still reverberating off the ground, and that actually is stress testing the tiles because think about it. When is Starship going to fire those engines? Those engines, when Starship goes to launch, it's not going to be launched on it's not going to be launched near the ground. Those engines aren't on Starship, they aren't igniting near the ground. You're not going to have that reverb when you're flying up into space. So every time they static fire that dang thing and no tiles come off, right? That's actually a stress test because you're not going to have that type of vibration introduced on the vehicle anytime during ascent. It's actually over-engineering it, which is actually really cool. Could you say that the Raptors give off some damaging vibes? They give off some very hot vibes. Someone, yeah.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Sorry, if you see me messing with my face and stuff, it's just because I got drywall dust on me. They're awesome that they solved the tile problem. Yeah, Shadows, no, I was telling you how they solved it. But yeah, well, not how they solved it. I mean, actually, them probably stress testing it, as you pointed out. I'm agreeing with you, long story short. It is pretty damn cool. But yeah, every time they're firing it, that's just more data. You're introducing the tiles into an acoustic environment that they will never encounter, which is really good. But you got to understand that that's not the whole deal. All right. So what do I mean by that? The type of acoustics that are encountered from static firing the engine might not be the same type of acoustics that you encounter up in space, right? Obviously. But there are still other things that'll pop the tiles off. One thing that's not being tested here, Shadows, right, is thermal. What's thermal going to do to the vehicle? So re-entry. Will re-entry pop a tile off? I don't know. There are other things that can pop a tile off other than vibrations. But vibrations do pop the most tiles off from, going back to the space shuttle. I told you would. The dust gets everywhere. I was wearing a mask, man. It's not that bad, but yeah, if you see me do it like this, it's because I took a shower too, and I washed everything, and it still feels like I took a bath in sand. Oh, that's nice, Creeper. There you go. Pretty sweet. It does sometimes. Oh, that is funny. Which goes back to my original point. Why did they stagger him so much? What a shot that is. Nice shot from Mary. The webcam is right over the NSF tile, guys. The NSF watermark. But Mary took that picture. That was a great picture from Boca Chica Gal. Maybe that's the stagger timing they're using on landing. That's a very astute thing to say. Signer, yeah, maybe. So Booster 7 has since been taken off of the pad. They're installing the center engines on it. That booster only has the outer engines on it. Let's go see if we can find that footage lying around somewhere. Here we go. What up, Spoonerino? What up? Oh. Do we need the... Hang on. We need it. We need the Vice City music. work platform. Can you believe this? This is happening all at the same time with SLS, man. It still blows my mind. We have 2 Saturn-class vehicles, one of them being fully reusable. You told me 10 years ago that this is what's going on, man. I would have called you nuts. Yeah, Spoon, it's pretty sweet. Yeah, Joey, it's pretty awesome, isn't it? There's the Liber 11,000. Bird. Pouring concrete down there. Hang on. I know people are vibing here. Let me turn this down for a second. Let's see what else we got. So that concrete truck is spinning relative to the vehicle. It's spinning clockwise, meaning it's pouring. No. Spinning clockwise like that means it's not pouring, it's mixing. So they're not pouring just yet, but they are pouring something out here between the suborbital pads. The other suborbital pad is right here. Hey, Dak, what's going on, buddy? It's funny that Starship was on the drawing board after SLS was supposed to have already flown. Yeah. Yes, you're right. And that, you know, I know, like Orange Rocket bad and stuff. I get it, but you know what pains me? You know what pisses me off the most about that? NASA can go this fast. They can go this fast. They just need to have the resources to do that. And you know what the even more messed up part about that is? It's not even the money. There's plenty of cash to do it. NASA can do this. They can go this quick. It's just SLS's architecture is just so bad out of the hole that you really, it was designed to be, it was designed to go slow. That's what it is, which really is annoying. Because everybody's got to remember, it was designed at a time where we weren't sure about the future with spaceflight because some dingbat decided to, we don't need to do constellation. Space isn't a priority. I mean, you know the story. I don't need to say nothing. So, SLS was made basically out of a panic move because they didn't want the space program to go down the tube. Congress actually saved NASA's human spaceflight program. Like, as much as we like to rag on those guys, Bill Nelson was part of that crew that was like, no, you're not doing that. And they started making rules for how you should make rockets. Because, they got wind that people wanted to basically get rid of NASA's human spaceflight program and pawn it all off to commercial. Something that Neil Armstrong and Gene Cernan were very vocally adamant about not doing that. Yeah, it's a good idea. You don't think it could be some bureaucracy at NASA that makes them slow? NASA can go fast, Zizep. They have in the past. There was tons of bureaucracy during the Apollo program. There was 400,000 people working for NASA in 1966, dude. Like, NASA can go fast. They absolutely can. You got to give them the tools that they need to do that. And it's funny. Like I say, the tools, not the money. I mean, they got plenty of cash. NASA's human spaceflight budget is well beyond every other country's human spaceflight budget. Pretty much more than every other country's human spaceflight program combined. So like Russia, China, the Europeans, the Canadians, like it's all their human spaceflight budget combined, like doesn't even come close to NASA's. The cash is there. You just got to have a little bit of a better plan. And SLS is a pretty damn good foundation. But, yeah, that's what it is. It's just the foundation. It's part of it. You need the other parts, Yeah, Rares. Yeah, indeed. As a wise man once said, NASA proposes and Congress disposes. Well, like I said, I don't, I don't mind bashing on Congress just as much as the next guy, but they actually saved. SLS is their attempt at saving NASA's human spaceflight program because they wanted to put it all on commercial, which, yeah. I'm not sure I'm totally okay with that, but yep. Also, but I can't say in the same sentence that putting it all in commercial was the worst decision, because, I mean, I think we got our cake. We can have our cake and eat it too. Hey, defense, what's up, dude? Owens, what's going on? 46-month resub. Thank you. We watched this. Zizep, yeah, we saw this. Yep. I miss Jim. Yeah, so do I, Chris. How'd the block standing go this morning? Here. I'll show you. Does that get the point across? I think your boy may have used a little too much joint compound. What? I've never drywalled before, man. I know not to use a lot now. Boy, did I screw up. Come on, man. What? I've never done it. I've never done that before. Oh, you can be damn sure I learned from my mistakes, though, but it didn't stop your boy from having a good time. It's so bad. Oh God. Yep. It was how was block standing this morning? It was educational. We'll call it that. We'll call it educational. Yeah, I know, Hellfish is crazy. You only wear a KN95? I got a full respirator for that sort of work. I'm fine, dude. Yep. Might want to swap your shampoo. That's some bad dandruff. How the frick did you manage to get a small room foggy? It's because it's like the VAB. It has its own weather system. I got the air conditioner going so well in there that it got really cold and it snowed. Lungs are fine, Rarest. I'm good to go. Yeah, that's how that works. And believe me, I was holding my breath in there. Well, that picture is pretty good. That's a picture from Nick. Ooh! Spitmus! SPMTs. Yeah, for once I have a more comfy seat than the SPMT operator. Concrete truck. Yep, see, he's spinning spinning clockwise. It means he's mixing. Couple of shipping crates and porta potties passing over there. This is probably prepping for Booster 7 rollback. I want that job, dude. Me too. Are they not going to use the chopsticks for that? The chopsticks blew a hydraulic, Synerd. Yeah. They blew a hydraulic, so they're repairing them right now. Yeah, the chopsticks broke. Those new hydraulics that they put on there, those big boy hydraulic actuators we saw them put on there like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, broken. So yeah, they're using the crane to lift right now. Guy just look at this guy over here. He's just chilling. How on earth does that happen? I don't know, but it squirted hydraulic fluid everywhere. Oh, booster quick disconnect working. I was about to say booster Bisquick is working. I didn't, but I was about to. Yeah, Demon. Yeah, it. Yeah, pretty gnarly. Maybe Hellfish. Who knows? There's the transport stand. Starship test when? Judging by what I'm seeing here, subs, I'd say September. First week of September. They might hit the last week of August. Maybe. It really depends on how quick SpaceX is. It's possible that they could hit one in August. I'm going to be a little annoyed if it's the same time as SLS. I would say September right now. Do you think Elon's trying to beat SLS? Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Note that the booster only has its outer engines installed. That's right, Spoon. Yeah, I'm talking about a full launch. Yeah. Yep, see? No center engines. Yeah, Dak, I don't think they're racing against SLS. It would be cool to do it, right? But I don't think they're doing that. Damn. Hey, Dr. J. Happy moving into your own home and COVID recovery, dude. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Dude, I still get the coughs from time to time. That damn long COVID sucks. But it's not nearly as much as it was. It happens like every once in a while. Dr. J, thank you. Just for the sake of messing with the SpaceX fanboys, I really hope SLS launches before Starship. Though I wouldn't mind. Yeah, Hellfish. Yeah, not Hellfish. Someone. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I don't really care which launches first. I don't really care. I really don't. Like, yeah, no, I don't care. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. No, Dak never lost taste. Just a pretty bad fever for about 2 days, and then just coughing and sniffling after that. Yeah, Creeper, yep. Look at that, man. That is a big piece of equipment. I got a fever, Steinerd, yeah. Tested positive 2 days ago. Fever's already gone. Yep. Same day launch, please. Oh, Vasia. Нет, не врожу. Нет. EJ never had taste. Bro, look at this couch. I have exquisite tastes, okay? You gonna go to the SLS launch? I don't know, man. Maybe. It's possible. I want to go to the SLS launch because I want to have like a crazy awesome meetup and stuff, right? I want to do that. But also at the same time, I also really want to stream it with you guys. I want to share that moment on stream, you know? Frick your couch. Buy another one, you rich mother trucker. Yeah. Yeah, there's a reason the couch is in the garage. No, Wrecker, haven't heard much about it. There's Booster 8. Look, another one. Oh, look, now there's another one. What happened to my freaking car? Maybe Artemis 2. I would want, Dak, I would want to see an SLS launch. I definitely want to see one. But also, like, I would love to watch that on stream and do like a sweet marathon stream from like launch and just sit there and watch the Orion capsule on stream just move further and further away from Earth. I would love to do like a crazy marathon. The views are going to be exquisite. I think the crazy meetup might be, yeah, we might save it for another Artemis mission.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Or maybe the Starship launch, who knows? But also, on the other hand, going and seeing the first one would be damn special. Yeah, Dak, there you go. Then build a proper traveling streaming rate. I know, Hellfish, I can do that. I'm not saying we shouldn't do that. What I freaking need to do is... I have a shop. I have a shop now to be able to build that vehicle. I don't think I'll be able to build it in time. They're going to cut the feed as soon as Orion deploys, and we won't see anything like that because NASA doesn't know how to do streams. NASA's already said they're going to have a 4K stream from Orion on board. So, they better not. Is Artemis actually going to the moon? Yeah, Rarest. Artemis 1 is going to shoot the Orion capsule out to a lunar orbit, a retrograde lunar orbit. Kind of like Apollo 8, but circularizing. So it's actually more like Apollo 10 than anything. But there is no lander, obviously. So they're going to go out and circularize in an eccentric retrograde orbit around the moon. That Orion capsule is going to the moon to test the Orion capsule. To test Orion capsule's deep space capability. And then they're also going to do the next test for the heat shield when it comes back and, when it comes back and re-enters, right? And NASA has said that we are going to get live stream views on board the capsule. Live stream exterior views on the capsule in real time. They've said that. They've committed to that. They better damn be doing that. What's the deal with all the counterweights on the SBMTs along with Booster 7? Keep the center of mass low. Keep the center of gravity low. If the SBMTs are heavier than the frickin'... If the SBMTs are heavier than the booster ain't gonna move around. Except behind the moon. With that distant retrograde orbit, we might not have a communications blackout, but... who knows? Artemis 1 will be the first mission that NASA streams in 4K, indeed. Can I just see that last part? Yep, Booster 7, there it is. Let's see. Let's check what the next video is. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, Rarest, it's going to be awesome. And like I said, I would love to go see the launch in person. But I've seen shuttle launches before. But I will eventually want to see an SLS launch in person. I'll probably do the crewed flight in person or something. Or maybe is it better to do a meetup for the uncrewed one and then stream the crew flight? You know? Who knows? I could be down in Florida in 24 hours. It's a little bit of a drive, but I can do it. Would Brimo come too? No. She does not have enough vacation time, dude. She used all of her vacation time moving. So, yeah. Take the train? Why? Yeah, maybe someone if I have a good connection. Because train, obviously. Yeah, but truck. I don't know, Snibbles, maybe. Yeah, boost your forward section. Okay. You can have a set goal and deadline with 2 and 3. Huh? What do you mean, Hellfish? Do you think NASA will ever get shamed into reusability, or does the industrial complex always win? I don't think they'll get shamed into reusability, Dark. To be honest. If NASA had Constellation right now, which is fully expendable except for the Orion capsule, I'd be perfectly content with it. Yeah, I'm perfectly content with SLS. Because the only thing I would trade expending shuttle engines that actually flew on space shuttles for, the only thing I would trade that for is boots on the moon, and that's what we're gonna get. So I'll take it. I'll take the trade. Personally, I think NASA is the conservative approach to engineering, and SpaceX is the very liberal approach to engineering. SpaceX going for it. They're going for crazy stuff. NASA is doing what works. I think it's good to have both of those capabilities. Nice Ferd. I think it's good to do both of those things. That's more sustainable for spaceflight, because if one fails, that way you have the other one will work. You know? I think that's how we have this set up right now is good. My only big thing, dude, is that I want NASA to have the exact same capability as SpaceX. So what does that mean? Do I want NASA to build a Starship? No. I mean, SpaceX has a very clear pathway to the surface of the moon, right? So, you send a lunar Starship up, you send a Starship Depot up, you refuel the Starship Depot attaches to the lunar Starship, refuels it, lunar Starship goes out, lands on the moon, comes back, right? Pretty clear path all the way to the surface of the moon, right? Now, what's NASA's path to the surface of the moon? It's through Starship, isn't it? Because the HLS contract. Artemis 3 is going to use that lunar Starship to land on the moon. Lunar Starship is going to dock with Orion in Gateway's orbit, and then they're going to use Starship to get down to the moon. I don't like that. Now, don't get me wrong. Am I happy that NASA chose SpaceX for their lander? Yeah, that's really cool. I think that's really neat. What I'm trying to say is that NASA needs an end-to-end capability that's in-house to the surface of the moon. They need to have parity with SpaceX. Not like being a parody of SpaceX, having parity like on par. They need to have the same capability. I don't care how you get there. If it's an expendable launch vehicle, so be it. If they want to just build another Saturn V to get to the surface of the moon and build another LEM and CSM, do it. Right? But they need to have the same capability as SpaceX. So if SpaceX can go to the moon, NASA needs to be able to go to the moon. Why? Why do I think that? Well, I think that because, well, we've seen what happens when only the government has access to the surface of the moon. Nothing. Nothing happens. Yeah, nothing. But also at the same time, do you want a corporation being the only one that can get to the surface of the moon? I don't think that's a good idea unless we want like Blade Runner or something. Systems engineering. You could set your mission to Artemis 2 or 3 and build and develop to that. Oh, yeah, Hellfish, I got you. I don't want the U.S. to be dependent on a company to be able to get to the surface of the moon. I think that's a very, very bad idea. Now, don't get me wrong. Simultaneously, I'm hyped that Lunar Starship exists. I'm hyped that SpaceX got that contract. That's really freaking cool. I trust Elon. If it's gonna be anybody, I would want it to be SpaceX to be able to get NASA astronauts to the moon, because I think Elon has humanity's best interests at heart. Don't get me wrong. He makes a lot of money too. I get it. We're not talking about him, but do you really want like a corporation being the one, like the industrial complex, being the only one with access to the surface of the moon? I don't think that's a good idea. I think that's a really bad idea, actually. That's why I want them to have parity. They need to have the same capability. That is the most sustainable way forward. I'm pretty damn convinced. So, like Dark Star, what I would want right now is to literally just bring Constellation back, but instead of like Ares 1, Ares 5, you have an Ares 1 styled rocket, but SLS derived components. That's it. Literally put an EUS on top of a 5-segment SRB with an Orion on top of that. It'll work. That should have enough delta V. That might not have the TWR though. Let me think about it for a second. No, EUS doesn't have the TWR. Nope. Yeah, exactly, Rockton. I think we're playing a very dangerous game doing that. Can SLS do the same performance to TLI as the Saturn V? The Block 1B version can almost do it, someone. Block 2 will be able to surpass the Saturn V, yeah. Yeah, I don't want a for-profit industry being holding the moon hostage like that. Nice background. Spasiba. Yeah, Synerd like Omega or something with SLS. That would be really good. Yeah. And then, use cargo versions of SLS. Last. Okay. What's up? Put EJ in charge of this whole thing. Same capability, not same architecture. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I think that's the right way forward, dudes. I've had all the time in the world to think about this. Yeah. I think that's the most sustainable way forward. Because if you think about it, doing stuff like that keeps the bureaucrats happy. Because the money train was still going, because the NASA would have to keep up with SpaceX per that rule. That would also mean that you would avoid stagnation in the space program because you have to achieve that parity. It would make the government have to compete with commercial contractors. So that could basically swing all that waste money that NASA has from not funding programs correctly and turn that completely around. Yeah, I think that's a good way to do it. Don't get me wrong, no plan like that. My theories on this definitely have a repercussion that I haven't considered, but I don't know what that is. I haven't thought about it enough. But I think we'll hit it, Ilya. The record view count for this channel is 6,500 viewers when I was on the front page launching my space shuttle. Let industry commerce drive innovation. The government should be the vanguard for stability and efficiency. If you make those systems kind of codepend on each other, Rarest, you're going to get the most sustainable space program. It might not be the fastest. Might not be the fastest space program, but that ensures that no bonehead is just going to pull the plug on the whole thing, like what they tried to do during Constellation, and like what they did during the Apollo program, right? I think that is the best way to do it. Because that takes the entire NASA bureaucratic system and Congress and makes it work for you. You're not working against it. You're working with it. SpaceX made a fully reusable rocket. We have to achieve parity with that. At least in terms of Delta V. If SpaceX can get to the moon, we need to have our own in-house capability as well. No, 6,500 is the viewer record, theoretically. Yeah. DM2 had a super high view count because it was during the pandemic and everybody was home. But I will tell you this, I retained way more viewers with that DM2 stream. That DM2 stream got me, like, the follower counts went boing, like, on May 20th, 2020. Yeah. They went spoing. It looked like a ViewBot if you look at the analytics. But it's all legit. It's all legit followers. I looked at the analytics after that stream and I thought somebody view-botted me. I was like, huh, okay. Yeah, Hell Hydra, yep. I don't know, I'll think about it. 6,500 is the record, but yep. So, yeah. Actually, like, I retained more viewers from the launch footage, but 6,500 is the view record from being on the front page, yeah. Yeah. It's almost like people looking for a space stream are more likely to follow than just me being randomly on the front page. Anyway, let's keep going. I mean, math checks out, right? Am I right, bro? Dude, look at Ship 25's nose cone. Those tiles are really starting to look good, though. You can't just be put on the front page, X. It has to be an event. You have to have an event to get on the front page. If they just partner spotlight you and you get on the front page, you're not going to retain that many viewers. Like 95% of the viewers that click on your stream because it's on the front page won't follow. But that's usually the case, right? Like, it has to be like timed. You have to be doing something crazy. Like, we have to be covering the Artemis launch. That would be a good time to get put on the front page because it's something unique. Something unique is on the front page, you know? Yeah. They're really getting that building done. And what did I tell you, fellas? Did I tell you? Look. It's the same architecture. See? Not real. It's not exactly the same, but it's close. I found this channel because I wanted to watch someone talk about rockets. Well, there you go. Yeah, and yeah, maybe. That would be really nice. Look at those gimbals. These gimbals got them. You found the stream because Zonku said to check it out. Zonku's good people, Demon. Good dude. Offer to drywall it for him. I'm never going to not get crap for that, am I, Liquidator? Wow, those gimbals seen a little bit of action, huh? Gimbal D's Coggers got him. Yeah, Spoon, here we are. Dude, I want to start playing cities again. I'm a hobby astronomer. I just like space, don't we all? What what nose cone were we looking at there? Why is that one so discolored? How long do the new spaces to your liking? Give me probably start of next week, so next Tuesday, rarest, I think. I got a lot of sanding to do. There's a lot of joint compound on that damn wall. Different lighting, maybe? That looks like it's different material. Like it's painted almost. First time viewer, but I love space and your channel's right up your alley. Hey, alright, Mike. Right on, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you like it, man. Don't get me wrong, I usually don't stream with a grill in the background. I just moved, and I'm remodeling a room in my new house, or, well, garage, to be better suited to streaming. So I have this kind of temporary setup and a freaking couch with a Ford grill behind me. I'm usually not this jank. You know, usually a lot more professional than this. But yeah, I'm glad you like it, dude. Yeah, you want to learn about rockets? I got you. That is my jam. I love this stuff. You know, that's my strawberry because nobody gives me the raspberry, okay? Raspberry? Shoot. Boop, boop, boop. Anyway, Mike, you just got gifted a sub. There you go. This community, the space community is cool, man. I kind of like couch stream, EJ. All right, right on. It's super comfortable for what it's worth. But yeah, interesting. Galaxy, you see that? That nose cone's a different color. That's not all he's lost. Raspberry? He's lost the bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps. Also, Spaceballs references. Constant Spaceballs references. And Ghostbusters, and Blues Brothers. And Ghostbusters 2. And Weird Science. And Top Gun. And The Last Starfighter. Blade Runner. Star Wars. Indiana Jones. I bet you can't guess when my movie taste, or my favorite movies, what decade those existed in. Interesting. Fifth Element. Yep. Road Warrior. Mad Max. Futurama. Yeah, rares. Those are my movies, man. Those are my favorites. Flight of the Navigator. Yep. And it's been a while. Been watching EJ for over 5 years. Still hands down the best spaceman on Twitch. I think I'm like the only one left. But yeah, thank you. Couch EJ kind of gives me old man yells at cloud vibes. Yeah. Back to the Future. Yep. Do you and your siblings talk in movie quotes? Yeah. Me and my dad communicate via movie quotes a lot. Rarest, yeah. Speaking of Top Gun, I went to see the new Top Gun with my cousin because they hadn't seen it yet, and they didn't like it. In other news, I disowned my cousin recently. Yep. That's a perfectly rational thing to do. Let's hear a Battle Beyond the Stars reference. Full Metal Jacket, yeah. Starship Troopers, I'm doing my part. That might just be reflections in there, but fellas, that nose cone looks different than this one, but it could just be reflections. I think Jim Morian sent you. Jim's good people, Liquidator. I've known Jim for a long time.
Discovery.
Oh, Mike paying it forward to Thailand. Thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate it. For the space, right? Multipass. Desire to know more intensifies. Wait, what is this? Hold on. What do we got here? What's the footer for this? Catch hardware added to the chopsticks. What the hell is that? Does that... Chat, I would like to know more. What are we looking at here? Is that a motor? Damper hydraulics? Oh, for the tracks, huh? It's a linear damper. That's for the tracks, so the tracks can bounce, right? Yeah. The whole rail can move up and down. Oh. Is that why it pivots like the... Holy crap. How did we not see that? Look. See the Heim joint right there? And then the strut, and then the other Heim joint, that's connected to the... How did we not see that? The rails can friggin' move up and down. That's ridiculous, man. Been waiting for those to appear for a while. Yeah, look. See the track mechanism right there? See the pivots up there, right there, and right there. The freaking rails can move up and down. Northern Snowcat, hey, 17-month resub. Thanks, buddy. And that's what the hydraulic accumulators are in the carriage, are for. Well, I'll be dipped. Wow. That's freaking cool, man. Yeah, Rarest, it's a freaking monster, dude. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, those guys are working on the hydraulic that popped. I might be missing. Well, no, Yeah, you want some kind of shock absorber in there. You need some type of damper. You don't want to just drop that thing on the chopsticks. We said that when we tested it in Kerbal like a month ago. You don't want to shock load it because it'll break right off. There's no way that this thing is just going to plop down like carrier landing style on this thing. You're going to have you need some type of damper. I never really noticed how it all kind of came together until I saw that the hydraulic mounted there. Right here. See? Yeah, it makes sense. You're not misunderstanding anything. Yeah, Demon, I'm with you on that one. These guys in the cherry pickers all over the place. Yeah, Chris, that's nuts, right? Yeah, Zyner, yeah, for sure. Guy in the skid steer is doing some work right there. Yeah, that freaking crane that they just kind of plopped on the side of it, Chris. It's pretty funny. Not sure what those dudes are working on over there. Oh, look at the little Babby excavator. Hey, little Babby excavator. Oh, it's so cute. It's like, am I doing a good job, Dad? And the Cabelco's like, yep, you're doing just fine, son. You're doing just fine. Keep digging. All right, Dad. I'm weird. Sorry. It's like, am I doing a good job? Are you winning, son? Yeah, Dad. That's a big boy excavator. Yeah, that's a medium duty excavator. We need the Spoon. We need the one that Whistling has. That 336 cat excavator. That thing is that's cool. I can't say that if I wouldn't be doing that if I had that amount of money. I'd probably buy, yeah. Whistling's garage is also bigger than mine. I think my garage could fit inside of his garage. This is a temporary setup, Guru, until I get the office figured out. The office, I'm basically getting the office configured to be a streaming room. It was unfurnished, so I had to insulate it, drywall. We had to frame a little bit too. Sand the drywall. Sand a lot of drywall because I'm an idiot and put too much joint compound down, so it looked like it snowed in there. Yeah. Should be the full setup should be done probably by the end of by the start of next week. That's what I'm aiming for. But yeah, I have a little temporary setup in the garage right now. The office is like it's right behind you guys. Believe it or not, the door to the office is right over there. Yeah. There's the hydraulic mining shovels. Yeah, Sawyer, I actually like that he beat the snot out of that G-Wagon because people don't realize that's basically the German version of a Humvee. It's a military vehicle. That G-Wagon was cool, man. I'm glad he beat the snot out of it, dude. Showed how good the G-Wagon's design is. There's a reason why the Bundeswehr still uses it. Right, Bill? I'm kind of with you on that one. I'm thinking maybe go on Marketplace and find a junk excavator and fix it. Like a junk little small one like we just saw. It'd be great for digging a water line and then just sell it when you're done. Yep. Yeah, so true that. Have you seen that Dual Universe is out September 27th? Kind of like EVE Online. Dual Universe. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know when it was coming out, Ghost One, but I knew about it. Yeah, Dual Universe is cool. That's a money pit, I'm telling you right now. Okay. You said you had an acre. You're going to need some equipment. Yeah, Rare. It's big. I've never lived on a property this big. Dude, I might just go get a tractor. Dead serious about that. I have a ride-on mower, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, here. I think we got more NSF videos to watch. Let's do that. I could sit here, boy, and talk about, you know, what I want to do to my yard all day. I tell you what, Chad, if you weren't my Chad, I'd give you a hug. Let's check out the next NSF vid, dudes. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Yeah, Spoon, maybe. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? John Deere 4020 would do you right. Have you ever made oat milk? No. No, of course, I'm not from Washington State. That was funny. That was funny. That was funny. That was funny. No, that was funny. All right, cool. I got laughs. All right. Sorry, man. No, I never. Or get yourself a Lamborghini tractor. I'll imagine I can't. It's too big. It was funny. I'm laughing for real right now. All right, I'm laughing for real right now. Cozy, what is that? Your boss said, I don't expect any of you to know anything about rockets. I was going to say I know some, but you could always know more. That's the right answer.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
I haven't seen Zach's new video, Phil. No, not yet. Hey, Capybara, 61 months, dude. That's awesome. I need a backhoe. I'm telling you, dudes. I'll go on Facebook Marketplace. I'll go find one that's like, someone's like, oh yeah, just get it off my property. We'll find a way. Just find one that's broken. Find one that's broken, we'll fix it. I'll figure out what's wrong with it. I'm confident enough in my mechanical abilities, not necessarily to be able to fix it, but we'd get it right with chat. Get it right with chat. As long as you go about it the right way, chat can help you figure out stuff like wiring your truck. I wired the truck with chat helping me and looking over my shoulder. Believe me, that's not as bad. That's not as bad of an idea as you might think, because if you're doing something wrong, they'll let you know. It's not the worst thing. It's not the worst idea. I'm telling you. Don't go down the rabbit hole that is hydraulics. Might break your brain. I know how hydraulics work. I've bled brakes before. Yeah, as long as you're going about it with the right mentality, yeah, chat can teach you a lot. Yeah, like wiring. I was wiring the truck. During the streams when we wired the dang truck, I was like, I know nothing about electrical engineering. Please help me. And, oh, dude, we got that wired up real pretty over the course of a couple weeks. It was pretty good, man. Something I definitely couldn't have done by myself. So, yeah, it'd be pretty entertaining on stream, too. Yeah, that'd be funny. Yeah. Right? Like, that would be great content. Bring an excavator in here and try and fix it. People would get mad at me. People would get mad. I'd be like, well, it's not your excavator. We go go the whistling route. It ain't your excavator. What, are you going to eat it or something? There's the accumulator on the cart right there. See that? That's for those damper hydraulics. Well, Spoon, it's not like we don't have the space, man. Damn. Yeah, see the accumulator right there? All those tubes. Why do you want an excavator in your garage? Because I can. Alucard, it's a very American thing. You know, why do you want an excavator? I don't know. Do I need one? No, probably not. It would make good stream content, and frick you, I can do what I want on my property, right? That's how we roll over here, man. I don't know how it is with you. Frick you, man, because I want a damn excavator. You don't want an excavator? Alright, whatever. That looks like water piping, Foz, yeah. No, I prefer cranes. Cranes might be a little out of my price range, but also, I mean... Twin Pines Trucking. Old Man Peabody. He had this crazy idea about freezing pine trees. Come on back. More props being loaded into the main fuel farm here, guys. That's nitrogen. 1977, and it says liquid nitrogen on the side. Un, dos, tres, cuatro. I like that song. It's a good song. Yeah, unironically, I love that song. That song's a banger. That song's an absolute banger, Chris. Probably a stupid question, but can you harvest nitrogen from the atmosphere and liquefy it? That's basically what they do, Jam. Yeah, you need an air intake, right? You gotta get the air in there, and you gotta find a way to separate the oxygen. I don't know exactly how they do that. I think it might have something to do with freezing it, but yeah. You gotta distill it. You gotta distill atmosphere and separate out the nitrogen. I'm sure there's a chemical process to do that, or some type of reaction to get that done. That's how we make ammonia and stuff. Well, there you go. 1987 Case 480E, 8,000 bucks. Hydraulic leaks, and but it's got new tires. It's in Charleston, Rhode Island. I don't have $8,000 Ghost One, but yeah. You have to wonder if those truck drivers' eyes light up in the morning when they learn their nitrogen delivery is going to Starbase. That would be pretty cool, Magellan, yeah. Yeah, Cyanide like a refinery. Veritasium just did a video on it the other day. Oh, right on, X. I mean, X, that's your ballpark, right? Like, you know that stuff. Want to come up here and make liquid nitrogen? We'll find a way to do it. Find a way we can do it on a small scale. The temps at which each becomes liquid is different, like distilling, but in reverse. Oh, yeah, I guess that's right, Aranor. That makes perfect sense. It's a bit chemistry. You do physics. Oh. Yeah, never mind then. Frick you. You just buy liquid nitrogen at welding suppliers. Oh, all right. Frick me indeed. Right. Moon. You missed the enter key, Chris. Look up how a cold box works. All right, goalie, right on. Bill, I gotta find a good MIG welder, dude, and then I gotta learn how to do that. That's another thing that would be good to learn on stream. Just get some scrap metal and just start messing with it. Yeah, they're still installing that water pipe. Road work at the suborbital site. Oh, yeah. It looks like they're making a dedicated gate here. That's what that skid steer on the left is doing. Oh, nice front end loader. Look at that thing. 621G. That's a big front end loader. Not the biggest, but it's a big one. Welding is fun as long as you're safe about it. Agreed. Oh, there's the catch actuators. Look at that. So, guys, this damper system is not going to be a passive dampening system. All right? Or damping, not dampening. Dampening means it's getting wet. It's not going to be a passive damping system. The tracks will go up, and they'll retract down when the booster lands, which is actually pretty cool. Did you get a skid steer, Mycon? I'm not going to say no. Find a local fab shop and you can ask to have some scraps. I literally think there's one down the street, Wefrel. There's a fabrication shop down the street. Turns out once you get out of the city and you get a little more rural, people like cars a lot more than in the city. Like, dude, there's fab shops and, you know, detailing shops all around. And I see classic cars driving around all the time. Spent too long in the damn city, man. Yeah, Chris, right on. Nothing wrong with Votech, man. I don't have 240 in the shop, Synode. We're stuck to 110 welders right now. Okay, Hvac, interesting. You'll like it here. Yeah, no, it's pretty sweet. Seeing the rapid prototyping is so cool. I would bet those cylinders only existed in software not very long ago. It's pretty wild, Bill. Yeah. Yeah, that's a project for after the winter, Signer. If I start that project now, it's not worth it. I don't think we'd get it done in time. I need to get a streaming setup up and fast. We got to get back to playing games, man. Playing games and launches, you know. That's why I literally blocked the door off in the office and just insulated it because I didn't want to frame a new door. It's true. Just didn't feel like doing that. I didn't have the time. Just use two 120-volt outlets. Yeah, that's how that works, right? Like, that's how that works, for sure. That's a valve right there that they're moving around. Doozy. Il Victor! Look, one open. That's a valve for something methane side. This is the methane side of the fuel farm. Yeah, Mycon, that sounds right. It's a CH4 cryo pump. Yeah, there they are. I think those are the pumps. The other one maybe it might have been a valve, but you're probably right. I've been having to. You're probably right. All right, Senator. Crane's moving around. Yep, there they go. They're going to bring that actuator up. Because there isn't one installed on the left side. Burb. I love how they labeled it bird. What is that? What was that? A heron or something? I'm not sure. I don't know burbs. Where's WD-40 when we need it? No, that Joey. I haven't heard anything about it. Pretty burb. That's galvanized steel. It's probably for a structure. That doesn't look space. That doesn't look like a spaceflight component. Not to get too off topic, but the electrical entrance to the garage is for sure not 240. I am 100% sure it's not, Bill. It is split off of the main breakers in the house. I can shut power to the garage from the circuit breaker in the house. Yeah, so no, it's not. It's 50 amp breaker. 50 amp service out here, basically. Your last house was like that. Yeah, yep. So, yeah, if we wanted to run 240 out here, that might get expensive. Because high voltage lines have to be dug in the ground. We'd need that excavator that I keep mentioning. Yeah, and it would need to run from the line, right? Like that's how that would have to work. 50 amp sub panel, that's what it's called. There you go. Wefferle, yeah. It's basically set up like it's set up in Satisfactory, guys. Like how I set up stuff in Satisfactory. Same idea. $50 amp at 120 is absolutely enough for welding. All right. Yeah. Cool. I don't know if there's a 50 amp. I don't know if there's like a total 50 amp service. I think it. Let me check the breakers. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. It's 50. Bill, it's 50 in. It's 50 in, but all the circuits are 20 and 15 amp. 15 amp for the lights, 20 amp for the outlets, which is... That sounds like a 240 panel. It is, Cirrus, yeah. 50 amp breaker that feeds your garage, is it single or dual? Because dual means you have 240. All right, let me look again. So that breaker, the main breaker, is 2 circuit breakers tall, but it has 1 switch on it. So it's wide. It's not thin. It's wide, like this. It's two breakers tall, but it has 1 switch. That's a 240 breaker then. 240, that's a sweet service for the garage. It's 50 amp at 240? No way. Here, hold on. So, let me see if I can find one. I'm trying to find a picture of one, fellas, real quick. That right there, that is exactly what it looks like. That's it. I think that might be the exact breaker. Oh, 122.40. It'll say it. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Let me check something. I could just take the camera over here, but no, that's not it. No, that's not it. It doesn't look like that. It doesn't have that text on the bottom. Let me see if it's here. But it does have 1 switch on it. It does kind of look like this. But I don't have like any reading or anything like that. Yeah, it kind of looks like this, but I don't have like text down the bottom there. If it's it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's connected to both. Oh, all right. I've never seen a 2-pole breaker not be 240. Okay, I'll talk to my electrician dudes. If we got 50 amp 240 out here, then man, that would be pretty good. I know, Blackbird. This is what I'm talking about. When you sit there and you say you don't know something, somebody will find an answer for you. It works every time. That's like what houses had in the 1950s for the whole house. Jeez. Yeah, yeah, exactly. To get general information, Blackbird, it's the best, dude. Yeah, really good. But yeah, the details, that's when everybody starts going, no, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. Is there any way you can check how many conductors are coming into your garage sub panel? I'd have to, copyright 1, I'm not going to screw around with electronics when it's live. Bad idea. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. 2, like, I seriously don't know what I'm doing with that. So actually, that's really the only answer. I'm not going to screw with it. I don't know what's going on there, and you shouldn't screw with electricity unless you really know what you're doing. Yeah, Demon. Yeah. Yeah, Pi. Yeah, it's not, don't do that, especially electrical. Like, I'm all for messing with like mechanical stuff. Like if we want to go fix a snowblower or something, I don't have a problem. I don't know much about snowblowers, but I could figure that one out. But electricity, I know enough about electricity to understand that I know nothing about electricity. Does that make sense? Like, I know how it works. I know how amps work. I know how watts work. I know how current works. I know how volts work. I get it. I understand that. But also, I don't know what the hell that thing does. Like, I know what it does, but I'm not going to go mess with it, you know? Power wall the garage? That's a good idea. All residential houses are 2 hot conductors at the main panel. Dave, I was waiting for you to pop in. So do you think that I can get 240 volt service out here even on a 50 amp breaker? It's a double breaker. It's 2 breakers wide, but it has 1 switch. It doesn't say anything about 240 on it though. Oh, okay, Copyberry, yeah. I know that the guy future-proofed this garage, but I'd have to go look. You can, okay. Yeah, what's up? I needn't look no further than Boston's subway line to know what happens when you short something at very high amperage and very high voltage. The train catches on fire. Yeah. To McMaster. And on a bridge. Can you imagine? Arc flash is no joke. You know what, Signer? You know what I just thought? That piece of metal that fell off the train and contacted the 3rd rail probably welded itself to the 3rd rail, making the short even worse. Oh, no one, dude. That subway accident was so bad that the feds came in. The federal government came in and said, "Stop operating this now. What are you guys doing?" Oh, that's funny, man. 240 needs a 2-phase breaker. Some equipment have a minimum voltage and a maximum voltage. Same with amperage. Yep. I wasn't even aware of this happening. Long story short, Synerd, a part on one of our subway trains in Boston on the Orange Line, was 42 years old and had been visually inspected for the past 42 years, but never replaced. It literally fell off the train. It detached and hit the 3rd rail and welded itself to it. And then the whole train caught on fire. Well on a bridge over a river. Not like a small bridge. Like, this is the Mystic River. The Mystic River, north of Charlestown. Yeah. People had to, like, jump off the bridge because the bridge and the train were on fire. Oh, yeah. Nobody died. Thank God. You know, like... Yeah, Jim, nobody died. A lot of people got hurt, though. And they kind of went involuntarily swimming. Yeah, I did wire my own sub panel. Nice. Yeah, that inspection was pencil whip for the last few days. Or last few decades. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And basically... You know, they started doing an accident investigation, and they figured out that, yeah, basically what you're saying, Golden Goose, visually inspected. How can a part on a freaking train that's been operating continuously for 42 years? Anybody that knows anything about anything mechanical knows that, dude, no part on a train lasts that long. I don't care. Maybe except for, like, the chassis of the train. Railroads constantly, any moving part on a railroad, it doesn't matter if it's a steam engine, diesel engine, any moving parts, they will wear out over time, right? No, dude, the maintenance wasn't even being done. And then the feds got involved, and the feds figured out that they were cooking the books, basically. They would just look at the train and be like, "Yep, it's good." And oh yeah, no, there's this huge thing going on. The feds shut down the Orange Line. The federal government said, "Nope, you are not allowed to move people. Bye-bye. Nope, we're shutting the whole thing down." Oh, yeah, it's a huge fuster. Huge fustercluck. Yeah, Jim, the feds shut it down. They said, hell no. No, you're not. This train is not safe. What are you guys, dumb? If you want to find out what needs to be replaced, just keep going. Yeah. Yeah. The feds threw the train into the harbor. That's not how that... Alright, I'll give that to you. Anyway, let's finish up with Starship, shall we? Please do not play with electricity. Yep. Reverse Uno card. What? Oh, let me go get my Jaffa cakes. Oh, yes. Reverse Uno card. They're building Star Factory there. Note that they have the gantry cranes installed, guys. Last time we saw this, the gantry cranes were on a trailer. See them sitting back there on the rails? They're in the very back of this garage here. See them? Oh, hell yeah, boy. That's cool. It looks like they reached the other end. See the vertical posts right there? Hey, that's insulation. I know a lot about that. They do, yeah, Make. I remember that, yeah. NASA to announce the Artemis 3 possible landing sites on Friday. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold the press. I don't know, I want a gantry crane, though, for sure. Whoa, hold up a second. NASA to announce candidate landing regions for Artemis 3 moon mission. Yo. Duh. Duh. That's hot. That's hot. Yeah, if I would go back to the moon, I would choose fork knife and mark ass. NASA will hold a media teleconference at 2 p.m. EDT on Friday, August 19th, to announce regions near the lunar South Pole the agency has identified as potential areas for astronauts to land as part of the Artemis 3 mission, targeted for 2025. This will be the first time astronauts will set foot on the moon since NASA's Apollo 17 mission in 1972. And you get no argument from me, Synerd. Which of the Apollo sites are currently in the sun? I don't know. They specifically said spots around the South Pole, so I don't know. Okay. Within each region, there are several potential landing sites. Each of the selected regions from which specific landing sites could be selected is of scientific interest and was evaluated based on terrain, communications, and lighting conditions, as well as the ability to meet scientific objectives. NASA will engage with the broader science community in the coming months to discuss the merits of each region. Teleconference participants include Mark Karasich, Jacob Bleacher, Sarah Noble, and Prasan Desai. Cool. Media who want to participate by telephone must... Okay, good. All right, cool. Of course, I know where you're going with it. It's not Artemis 1, Artemis 3. All right. Well, looks like my remodeling shift, Space News, remodeling shift might end a little bit early on Friday, and Space News might start a little bit early.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Insert username, 17-month resub. Thanks, buddy. Really appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, I think we got through everything, unless there's much more with the chopstick actuators. No, not really. And that was pretty much us getting caught up. There is one last bit of space news that was shared by Tim Ellis here. Take a look. From Relativity. Aeon 1 upgrade testing for Terran 1 flight. Terran 1 Flight 2. 16 plus 16 seconds vacuum ISP, plus 1,200 pounds of thrust improvement, a ninefold improvement. Wow, okay. There's significant efficiency and thrust improvements and will increase the payload to orbit for Terran 1 Flight 2. Team is rocking it. Simultaneously making progress on Aeon R, still on track to start testing this year in Stennis. Nice. To go. Or to cow. 7-month resub. Username with a 17 in there. Why are we talking about camera signer? I'm confused. I'm confused. Yes, I am. Anyway, fellas. I think that's gonna cap it off. I think we got all the space news today. Oh, nice. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad at all. All right. Cool. Anything else you guys want to ask about the move in the office or anything? Now would be the time. Oh, nice, Signer, yeah. Where's the beer fridge going? Came with the place, right there. The office in the garage, it is, Xeon, yeah. There is office space, but the original owner didn't finish it. He wanted to, and it's not really supposed to be an office space. He wanted to make it a spray room because he was a finished painter. So he wanted to make it a paint room. But I had other plans. I furnished it. We framed it. We framed the thing. Insulated it. There was already insulation in there on the industrial framing, right? Kind of like this, but not. It was R9 insulation, and then we framed it. I insulated it with R18 insulation, so we got 9 coupled with 18 with a plenum in between, just a small area between the two bits of insulation to help keep that thing really sealed. It's like dude, that thing is sealed up tight. And then I've been doing the drywall work myself to try and save some money, because building materials are expensive. Why is the covering on your couch so loose? It's a leather couch, man. I don't know. It's just a leather couch. Yeah, Dave, it's a little expensive. You know what I didn't anticipate being so damn expensive? The friggin' carpet. The freaking carpet and the damn baseboards. I spent like $450 on carpet and baseboards yesterday. I'm like, I remember eating carpet. Not so much the lasers or the robots, though. Yeah, Hellfish. Yeah, it's nothing like it is now. Yep. If you're close, I'd help you remodel for free. At least it's not lumber. The lumber wasn't too bad, but I asked my general contracting buddy, like, okay, how much was lumber in 2019? Because I paid $4.75 for every 2x4. I go, how much was it in 2019? He goes, like $1.50. I'm like, huh. Okay. Yeah, I know, Blackbird. Yeah. 50 a sheet for OSB right now. I like. Hey, whatever. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Hopefully they can get back down to where they were. But yeah. Do you have a toilet? No, not in the garage. There's no water line out here. I have a hose spigot that's on the front of the garage, but that's literally just a garden hose that's buried in the ground that comes from the house. There's a spigot on the back of the house, and then there's another spigot that has basically a sprinkler tube that comes up here. It's not to code, but it's just a hose, so it doesn't matter. There's not really code for how you run a garden hose. You know? I don't have, like, dedicated plumbing, though. I would need that excavator that we keep talking about. We would need to get that. And then, because I've been learning about building codes and stuff, a water pipe, it needs to be below the frost line. So we're talking like a meter in the ground. It needs to be like 3 or 4 feet down there so it won't freeze in the winter. Yeah, because frozen pipes, not a good thing. Oh, I do declare, Chatter's a bunch of bloody nerds. Cheerio. There's time not long ago where cabinet-grade plywood was less expensive than OSB. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, Kyron, hey, it is what it is, man. Gotta bury it like you'd bury a body, Mavans? That's weird. So we're back to digging a secret tunnel then. Yeah, but for water, though. It's a secret water tunnel. Yeah. Yeah, secret water tunnel. What? All right. Anyway, yeah. So down the road, office beer tap when, yeah. Yeah. Hell, this shit is what it is. Down the road, so like the back of the garage has like a slant roof off the back, right? And that's kind of divvied into 2 sections. One is my office, and the other one is cold storage. So it's basically just like a barn storage. That's where I have the mower and snowblower there. What I would like to do is frame that all in and make that back area, put like a kitchen back there. Put a kitchen in a bathroom back there, and so we'd have to run a water line up here to do that. We're well above the septic tank, so that's not really that big of a deal, but because the garage doesn't have a basement, right? So I'd like to do that eventually. That would be really cool. It'd be really nice to have a little office kitchenette. Like, I'm not talking like a full kitchen, you know, just literally a urinal with a sink next to it. Would you level out the pad too? Might have to, Bran. Yeah. No, Maslam, that's cool though. Boop-a-doom. Just pee in the sink. Yeah, no, I'm good. So, anyway. Yeah, I don't know, Synerd, yeah. That's what I would like to do. Basically, also, I want a place to wash my hands when we're working in the shop. That's not my bathroom. You know, I don't need to screw up that sink. Anybody that works in a shop knows you need an industrial sink to wash your hands, or else, yeah, you're gonna mess up like a nice sink in the bathroom. And I'm not washing my hands in the kitchen sink. That's weird. Yeah, exactly, Synerd. So, yep. So that's what I would like to do eventually. Wash them in a parts washer. You can make the shop sink out of the bell housing of a transmission. Okay. You were literally doing the same thing, cold storage to bathroom. Like, dude, it's part of the structure. I'll buy a shed and put the mower in there, right? Like, anyway. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Anyway, fellas, I gotta finish, actually, speaking of that, I gotta finish, filling all the holes from the first sanding pass. I want that dry in the morning so I can work on it. You can get stainless sinks and work tables. It's not buying the sink, Blackbird. It's running the water line. Night, Jim. Found my sewer pipe runs by the corner of the garage. How could you not? Yeah, the sewer. I don't have a sewer pipe. I have a septic tank tuning. I'm not sure how well that's gonna work. You know. Hey, Rhino. What up? Wish I could sit and chill in my garage. Probably a cool 105 or more in there. Phoenix. Oh, yeah. It is in here right now. 78 at 54. Not bad. That's fine. Shop sink drained into the yard. Frick it. How large is the drainage shield for the septic tank? It's not. It's a residential. It's not. It's not very large, man. Everything's good, Rhino. Yeah. What's the humidity? 54%. Good number. There you go, Chris. Right on. Cool, cool. Draining into septic is totally different, right? Good point. All right, dudes. That's going to do it for me. I will see you guys again tomorrow at 4. I have a lot of stuff to do. I'm still unpacking for the most part. So, I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll get another Starship update. Yeah, should be fun. It's just space news for this week, dudes. Just because, yeah, I gotta finish my office. I gotta set up all my stream setup. My stream setup still, all of my stream setup is in the basement of the house, just in boxes, and it looks like Minecraft down there.